Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, yes. Yesterday, William Ruto launched the Hustlers Fund. And we are being told that in under 24 hours, 408 million Kenya shillings has been disbursed to 1.1 million Kenyans who have so far applied for the funds. And that technically means that already the government has made 20 million Kenya shillings in form of savings, because 5% should go to savings account. So the government has made 20 million Kenya shillings as a result of the 408 million that has been disbursed. At the same time, Kenyans are also complaining that they are being told to wait for 2 hours. Upon applying, they are being told to wait for 2 hours. And it has been a 2-hour wait since yesterday. And they are still waiting. Quite a good majority are also saying that. In this video, I want us to dig deep into this story to understand the games being played behind the scenes. If you are watching us for the very first time, subscribe, give this video a like. Yes. Yesterday, when William Ruto was launching the fund, he made it very clear that irrespective of whether you are in CRB or not, you will get the fund. But from the look of things, it appears quite a good majority of Kenyans are being told to wait. And they have been waiting since yesterday. So which criteria is the government using to disburse the funds? Are they looking at somebody's credit score, whether you are in CRB or not? Which criteria is the government using to disburse these funds? Because it's clear quite a good majority of Kenyans are not being given the funds. They are being told to wait for 2 hours. And they have been waiting since yesterday. That's one thing I've so far observed from these funds. Secondly, we are being told that 5% goes into a savings account. If you are given, if you qualify for 500 Kenya shillings, you only receive about 475. 25 shillings goes into a savings account. Why is the government forcing Kenyans to save? You are taking a loan or you are looking for money, and then that money you are being forced to save. Why is the government forcing Kenyans to save? Could there be a plot by the government for Kenyans to contribute to a kitty for some corrupt government officials to use that for their own personal interests? Because already, if at all 5% goes to saving, yesterday alone, the government has already made 20 million Kenya shillings. Could it be a scheme by some corrupt government officials to create a pool from which they can loot? That's also a question I know a good majority of Kenyans are asking. William Ruto's government should come out clean to explain to Kenyans why the government is forcing Kenyans to save. And what's that savings account? William Ruto should come out to explain that to Kenyans. And then from this fund again, it's clear that already those who have received the funds, if at all, some people have received it, I don't think the fund they have received is of much help to them as far as business is concerned. Quite a good majority of those who might have received the funds might have just used that money. They might have not actually plowed it back into their businesses because the amount is not all that much. So at the end of the day, you find that this fund might not achieve its intended purpose. It's coming out as a consumption fund. You are taking a loan maybe to buy food or to feed your family. That's one thing I'm also seeing here. So in the long run, most likely, Kenyans might be in debt than they are currently, or rather, they might be in debt than they are currently. So the fund, in my honest opinion, will not actually achieve its intended purpose because it's coming out as a consumption fund. Kenyans getting the money, but because the money is too little, they are most likely going to use the money maybe to buy food. And then also from that fund, William Ruto made it very clear when he was campaigning that the fund was to be interest-free. It was not to accrue any interest. But already we have seen the interest is 8%. So William Ruto has actually made a U-turn from what he promised Kenyans. He made it clear during the campaigns that it was to be an interest-free fund. Right now, interest is 8%. And then again, one thing that I've also seen funny, you are given 50,000 Kenya shillings, you are told to repay it in 2 weeks. You are given 500, you are also told to repay in 2 weeks. I think the government ought to have worked on it better than that. The bigger the amount, the longer should be the duration to repay back that kind of amount. But now it appears the government has just put it 2 weeks. That can easily inconvenience a good majority of Kenyans. And I'm seeing a very high possibility, just as I've stated, where Kenyans are going to be in more debts than they are currently. And also, should you fail to pay within the 2 weeks, then the interest goes to 9.5%. So you are seeing a good majority of maybe Kenyans will just be dealing with that interest rate of 9.5%. And then the aspect of PIN number, that is also an area causing serious panic and concern among Kenyans. And it will only be better for the government to actually remove that idea, or rather do away with that idea of a PIN number, M-Pesa PIN. That's also something that is scaring some Kenyans. And because the kind of calibers we are seeing in this government, Kenyans again don't feel safe actually giving out their M-Pesa PIN. And I don't know whether if you change your PIN, you can still access the funds. I don't know. I don't know. But that's also an area the government should actually look into. Let me stop it there for today. In case you are watching us for the very first time, subscribe, give this video a like. And to our fans and subscribers here, I'm very much humbled, very grateful for the kind of support you are giving me here. God bless you, God bless Kenya. Any other person watching us, yes, but you want to support our channel, I've pinned my number on the comment section. Contact me through the number or feel free to channel your support to the number. Yes. And to any other person watching us outside Kenya, drop a comment, let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. If possible again, subscribe. Let's meet in our next analysis.